Hello students, today I'm going to briefly discuss about traders to rulers, which is a part of your second term syllabus chapter 4.
In this chapter, we will be dealing with the following theme: coming of the Europeans, the British East India Company, Anglo-French rivalry and Carnatic Wars, rise of British power in Bengal, that is, the Battle of Plassey and its importance, the Battle of Buxar, the Treaty of Allahabad, dual systems of governance in Bengal, expansions of the British rule. Coming of the Europeans. India has a long history of trade relations with European countries. In fact, the discovery of all the new sea route from Europe to India through the Cape of Good Hope by Vasco da Gama in 1498 was one of their main achievements, which led to an abundance trading opportunities for Europeans with India. The Portuguese were the first to establish the trading centers in India. Then comes the Dutch, the French, and the British for the sole purpose of trade, which led to bloody conflict among themselves. Let us study about the British East India Company. The British East India Company was established in 1600 by a royal charter granted by Queen Elizabeth of the First on 31st December. It obtained favor from the Mughal Emperor Jahangir. They expanded their trade by setting up a number of factories. The first British factory was set up on the bank of the river Hooghly in the year 1651. Anglo-French rivalry and Carnatic Wars. The French posed a serious threat to the British as both of them had trade interests. This resulted in a long continued struggle for about 20 years between the two. 3 wars took place between the two, which are known as the Carnatic Wars. Ultimately, the French were defeated in the Battle of Wandiwas. This ended with the final eliminations of the French from the political scene of India. Rise of British power in Bengal. Political ambitions of the English company brought them into conflict with the Nawab of Bengal, Siraj-ud-Dawla. As a result, battles were fought at Plassey in the year 1757. Later, the Nawab was captured and put to death. Mir Jafar was then proclaimed the Nawab of Bengal, and British were given Jamindari of 24 Parganas. Here, Parganas means subdivisions of the district. Importance of the Battle of Plassey. Battle of Plassey paved way for establishment of British rule in Bengal and eventually in the entire country. The Battle of Buxar. Mir Jafar was unable to meet the demands of British and was replaced by his son-in-law Mir Qasim in the year 1760. The British were misusing their trading privilege. As a result, Mir Qasim abolished all duties on internal trade so that both the Indians and the British traders could trade on equal terms. But then, the British refused to accept equal status with the Indian merchants, and ultimately war broke out in 1763. Mir Qasim fled to Oudh and formed alliance with Shuja-ud-Dawla of Oudh and the Mughal Emperor Shah Alam II. The combined forces were defeated in the Battle of Buxar in the western Bihar on 22nd of October 1764. This led to the signing of the Treaty of Allahabad in 1765. Treaty of Allahabad. Robert Clive signed Treaty of Allahabad with Shuja-ud-Dawla and Shah Alam II in 1765. As per according to this treaty, Nawab of Oudh had to pay maintaining British troops. East India Company got Diwani rights of Bengal, Bihar and Odisha. The Nawab of Oudh had to pay war indemnities of 50 lakhs to East India Company. Oudh was to return to Shuja-ud-Dawla, but two districts, namely Allahabad and Kora, were taken away from the Nawab. It gave the British political influence and control over Oudh and laid the foundation of the British rule in India. During this time, Robert Clive came to India as the governor of Bengal. Dual system of governance in Bengal. East India Company became the real rulers of Bengal from 1765. Robert Clive introduced dual system of governance in Bengal in 1765. This system made the two masters in Bengal. The company had military power and the right to collect revenue. The company enjoyed power without any responsibility. On the other hand, Nawab had responsibilities without power. Expansions of the British rule. The British expanded their empire in India through two means, by means of war and by means of annexation. Let us discuss about how the British has expanded their empire in India by means of war. The Mysore War. By means of Mysore War, the British Company took control of a large part of Mysore. By means of three Maratha wars, the power of Marathas was completely crushed. Peshwaship was abolished after the Third War. By means of two Sikh wars, the Sikh power was completely crushed and the whole of Punjab was annexed by Lord Dalhousie. Annexation. The British has also annexed a number of territories on various pretexts. Number 1. By taking advantage of the War of Succession. A war of succession broke out between the minor son of the Jat ruler and his cousin. As a result, Bharatpur was annexed in the year 1826. Point number 2. Due to Lord Dalhousie's doctrines of lapse policy, Satara 1848, Jodhpur and Sambalpur 1850, Udaipur 1852, Nagpur 1853 and Jhansi 1854 were annexed through Lord Dalhousie's doctrines of lapse policy. Point number 3. Lord Wellesley's subsidiaries alliance and on the pretext of misgovernance, here pretext means the false reasons, in order to hide the real reasons or the real intentions of the British. Under this alliance, the Nizam of Hyderabad was forced to surrender Bellary and Kadapa, and the Nawab of Oudh ceded Rohilkhand and Gorakhpur to the British for maintaining the company's troops in their territories. So, these are the brief explanation from this chapter, and here are the solved answers from the book exercise.